Welcome everyone, my name is Jessica and this is Simple, Cheap and Easy DIYs. In today's video, we're going to be using this little red truck and camper from the Winter Village collection from Dollar Tree. And for the first DIY, I'm going to take two of these little mini canisters. Now these do have the words blessing on there. You can remove that using acetone if you'd like, but I'm just going to leave it on in case I decide to reuse these. I'm going to be removing the lids off of these canisters, and on both of the lids I'm going to repeat the same steps. I'm going to use this fake snow, and using a glue stick I'm actually going to apply glue all the way around the top of the lid. And now you can also use Mod Podge for this if you would like, but once I have the glue spread out over the lid, I'm going to take the fake snow and just place that all over the top of the lid and press down. Now once you have these done, you do want to make sure that either the glue stick or Mod Podge, if you use that, is fully dry before moving on to the next step. This is what it will look like once the glue is fully dry. And once that's fully dry, I'm going to take this little red truck and I'm going to apply a little bit of hot glue to each of the wheels. You can also use a super glue or an E6000 glue for a more permanent hold, but I'm just going to place that in the center of the top of the lid and just make sure that that is glued down firmly. And here's what the first lid will look like completed. And for the second lid, we're going to repeat the same steps. We're going to apply the glue, apply the fake snow, and then let that fully dry before attaching the little camper. Taking the little camper, I'm just going to apply a little bit of hot glue to each of the wheels and then glue that in the center of the second lid. And here's the completed second lid with the little red camper. Now this step is optional, but I'm using these little stickers that I got from Dollar General, one with hot cocoa and marshmallows and one with a peppermint, and I'm just going to place those in the center of each of the canisters. And here's the completed little mini canister set. For the second project, I'm going to use this little wooden frame with the little wooden beads that I got from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to remove the back off, and it's really easy to do so. It just has the little metal clips like on a regular picture frame. So you'll just pry those up and then remove the backing out. Now I did try to remove the paper off the top of the back, but that didn't remove so well, so I'm just going to leave it as is. But I'm going to take this scrapbooking paper that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to set the back onto the paper and then trace that square out and cut those out using my scissors. Now you will want to cut 2 of these squares out of the paper since we're going to be making 2 of these. And taking my glue stick again, I'm just going to glue all over the back of the frame backing. And then once I have that glue all in place, I'll just take my scrapbooking paper, place that on, and make sure it's fully smoothed out and dry. And like I said, you'll want to do this for 2 of the frames since we're going to be making a set of 2. You have all your paper glued down, you'll just place the backing back into the frame and then bend the little metal claps back in place to hold that. Now I'm going to be taking 2 of these little mini Christmas trees that I got at Dollar Tree and just apply a small amount of hot glue, and I'm going to glue 1 on each side of the frame as you can see me doing here. Now taking the little red camper, I'm going to apply hot glue just to the back wheels since that's the only ones that will actually be touching the frame. And I'm just going to set that in the center of the 2 trees and glue that in place. And that'll be the first little frame completed. For the second frame, I'm going to take this little red truck and I'm going to take 1 of the mini Christmas trees and just remove the base off. And I'm going to apply a little bit of hot glue to the stem of the tree and glue that into the back of the truck. That way the tree looks a little more realistic than the one that it came with. And it actually hides the fake tree or the little plastic tree a little bit better. But once I have that glued in place, I'm going to apply again a little bit of hot glue just to the back wheels of the truck and then glue that into the center of the second frame. And here's your completed little red truck and camper frame set. This third project, I'm going to be taking this triangle shaped box that I got at Dollar Tree and this scrapbooking paper that I got at Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to place the triangle on the scrapbooking paper and trace that out, and then using my scissors I'll just cut the triangle. Once I have the triangle cut out, to make sure that it fits in the center, this is the way that I found easiest for me. I'm just going to place the paper upside down on top of the triangle and then measure out the width of the wood like you can see here. And then once I have that measured on all sides, I'll just take my ruler to mark out the lines and then cut the additional scrapbooking paper off. That way it fits right inside the box. Now I know that there's a lot of different ways that you can do this to measure the paper to fit inside the box. So leave me a comment down below and let me know which way works best for you. This is just the way that I found works better for me. Now that I have the triangle cut to fit inside the box, using my glue stick, I'm just going to apply glue all over the inside of the box. Once I have that glue all in place, I'm going to take the scrapbooking paper and just place that inside of my triangle box here and make sure that that is all smoothed out to move on to the next step. Taking this cut wood that I got from Dollar Tree, I'm just going to make sure that it's centered and that it sets flat. Once I make sure that it's how I like it, I'm just going to apply a little bit of hot glue and glue the box onto the stem. Now taking both the little red truck and the little red camper, I'm just going to apply hot glue to all 4 of the wheels and then glue those into the center of the tree. Once I have those glued in place, I'm going to take this little buffalo print ribbon that I got at Dollar General and apply a little bit of hot glue to the back and then glue that onto the top of the triangle box. My footage did not record, but I took my glue stick and applied glue to the bottom of the box and then applied the fake snow to the bottom around the truck, and this is what the completed third project looks like. Next project, I'm going to use 2 of these little mason jar ornaments, and I'm going to remove the bottom cap off, and taking these tumbling tower blocks, which I only ended up using 1, I'm going to apply hot glue to the bottom wheels of the little red trailer and then just apply that onto one of the tumbling tower blocks. And I just did so using my hot glue, but again, you can use a super glue or an E6000 for a more permanent hold. Once I have that in place, I'm going to apply a little bit of hot glue to the edges of each of the tumbling tower blocks and then place that inside of the mason jar. And it is a snug fit, but it does fit right into the bottom of the jar. And then once I have that in place, then we can go ahead and start adding some fake snow in. So I'll take that same bag of fake snow that I got at Dollar Tree and just place that into the bottom of the jar. And once I'm happy with the amount of snow, I'll just apply the cap back on. The second mason jar, I'm going to take the little red truck and apply a little bit of hot glue underneath the front and back bumpers. And it doesn't fit in the bottom, so you'll just have to put it in a little bit of an angle, and then it will actually set on the rim of the plastic mason jar. But once you have that in there and it is glued, then it will go ahead and hold in place. Once that glue's dry, then you will take the fake snow, place that in the mason jar at the desired amount, and then just replace the cap. Your completed little red truck mason jar Christmas ornaments. For the next project, I'm going to take 2 of these mini cloches that I got at Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to remove the bottoms from both of those. And taking my glue stick, I'm going to apply glue all over the bottoms. And again, you can always use Mod Podge for this instead if you would like. But once I have the glue all in place, I'm going to take that same fake snow and apply that all over the bases, and then once that's dry, we'll move on to the next step. First, taking my little red truck, I'm going to apply hot glue to each of the wheels and then place that in the center of one of the bases. Next, taking the little red camper, I'm going to apply hot glue to the bottom wheels and place that in the center of the second base. Once you have those completed, you'll just take the top of the cloches and place that back onto each of the bases, and then the last project will be complete. Here's the completed last project. Leave me a comment down below and let me know which is your favorite. Also, I have included a link in the description box to purchase this little red truck as well. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope everyone enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. As always, you can leave me a comment down below. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Till next time, hope everyone has a great day.